All right, take 642. Hi, I'm Chuck.
I'll open yours.
All right, take 642. Hi, I'm Chuck.
I'm Christy.
That's Christy. And there's the little rat. And we are HUHO. Because it's Christmas. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. Hey, so what's...
Christmas is over.
Yeah, thank goodness. So yeah, so it's Christmas night, and we are in our new home, aka
Hey, Harps.
the rig. And you're gonna hear some background noise because
Can you grab him a piece of
we now live in 329 square feet of chaos.
That's true.
So we're here tonight. It's our first video actually since we moved out. We moved out on December the 2nd. So a little over 3 weeks ago. We stayed in a hotel for a few days. We went to Disney for a couple of days. Then we got the rig. We stayed at my in-laws for a couple of days. Then we got the rig. And for those who don't know, this is a 38 foot Southwind by Fleetwood's, the 37F model, and Class A. And we haven't really talked about why we chose the Class A. A lot of people have been asking that.
Yeah, originally we're going to go with the fifth wheel.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we're going to toy hauler. We're going to get a toy hauler. And
Which would have provided a lot more space, I think.
Probably, but see, we have to be stationary through May because our 4-year-old right over there is finishing VPK. And then that ends in May. And then we're going to hit the road. And we're going to start going all over the country. So this is going to be a tough few months because we're going to be stationary. But the thought is once we hit the road, we want to be able to be mobile while we're traveling down the interstates of our beautiful country.
And we were a little nervous about having to back into spots with a 40-foot.
Yeah,
trailer,
neither one of us have ever really driven anything like this. The Class A is obviously enough to drive, but the idea of like towing something and doing the angles and the you know,
it always being scrunched up in the truck.
that was the big thing. Yeah.
Because even when we're traveling, we're still going to be driving everywhere, most likely.
Right.
So
Right.
we're going to constantly, we would have no break from that. And I think
Yeah.
that we would probably all get a little tired.
So we have 4 little kids. I think we've told you their ages. They're 2, 4, 8, and 9. And so the idea of traveling down the highway for hours in a large truck cab, even though they're pretty nice and big, that wasn't very exciting to us. So who knows? There are pros and cons to both.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely finding out more cons as we live in this, which we knew we would.
It is, like we said before,
big transition.
It's a big adjustment. We had a 4,000 square foot house. I've even had some commenters like, "Oh my God, 4,000 square feet, that's so big." And it is.
It was. We had
it's
a lot of space we
big.
didn't use.
That was one of the biggest reasons we sold the house. We had a lot of room that we never used, and it was just too much house. And so, but still, I mean, if you live in that kind of a space for a long time, or any kind of house, then you move into a house on wheels that, even though it's big for an RV, it's still an adjustment, especially when you have 4 little kids who are very needy and,
Well, we just have there's a lot of stuff.
There's
a
a
lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
And we have it all in the storage unit still, and we're still having a hard time.
Yeah, we haven't even really gotten much out of the storage unit.
So we're having a hard time finding stuff.
Yeah.
Places to store the stuff from our suitcases.
Right.
And then obviously all of our Christmas stuff.
But it's like I told Chris too. I mean, it's when you move from a house to a house, or an apartment to a house, or whatever, you spend the first couple of weeks really trying to figure out where to put things, and this is in boxes, and I don't know where I put that, and I guess I have to run to the store to get this, and this is wrong with the house, and so we're trying to keep that in mind too. I mean, we've definitely hit a couple of bumps, which we were, I think, mentally prepared for.
Stuff that went wrong.
Yeah.
I think we have a little bit of a different take on it, don't you? I mean,
yeah, I
thought it was going to be like, we bought brand new. We knew we were going to have some sort of brand new issues. I thought they were going to be small issues, like the handle broke off of something, or I gotta fix the key lock on this, or something little. But we have what I feel like is bigger issues, and it does kind of piss you off when you think about how much money you spent on the rig, and we bought it brand new hoping that we would not run into any big problems.
Right. Well, I think we should back up for a second. So all the research you do will tell you that, and I didn't even know this before we started looking a few years ago. So all RVs, no matter really what kind you get, whether it's a fifth wheel, a Class A, travel trailer, whatever it is, they're all handmade, right? So this is not like the automobile industry where these cars are going down this high-tech assembly line with very highly skilled people doing the work. And they also do not, in the RV industry, there is no quality assurance. I mean, and I'm not being sarcastic. So you have people doing handmade work who maybe they're having an off day and they just don't feel like wiring something right, or they just are sloppy with it, whatever the case is. And then on the back end, there's no quality assurance. And demand for these things has gone through the roof in the recent years. So the factories have all the incentive in the world just to get them off the assembly line. And so, a brand new one, and so
they'll fix it for you. They don't ever.
Right.
I mean, there's not any hesitation to fix it. It's just more of an inconvenience.
It's an inconvenience, and if you're used to buying a brand new home, you generally don't have quality issues. I mean, you have a small punch list of little things that need to be fixed, but your roof generally is not going to leak on the 3rd night.
Yeah, so that's basically... we had an inspection done, too. We hired an
inspector, and
they came out, and they were awesome.
They were great, yeah.
But they missed some things that...
And I don't think they checked for leaks.
Yeah, I don't know.
The roof on this rig is the same kind of roof they use in a Walmart, so it's a very heavy-duty composite plastic, and so... there's no joinery up there. It's only where the front cap meets the body, and where the wall slide is here, they think that's where the leak is. And You know, yeah, I mean, Chris mentioned she wasn't really expecting to be something that big. I guess I was so mentally, like, for months just telling myself something is going to go wrong. Something is going to go wrong. Stay patient. But I got frustrated too. I mean, I had to go spend the other day at the dealer, working from the dealer. But it is what it is, you know, and we just have to work through it. And I'm glad that we're stationary the first 4-5 months, because then we can get these things worked out before we actually get on the road. If we had been on the road with 4 little kids, hundreds and hundreds of miles away, not knowing where to go, who to call, is this, you know, how do we handle this? So it's almost like we're taking baby steps because we're so new to this. And I think that...
Well, we've learned a lot in like 1 week.
Oh my God, in 1 week I posted something on Facebook. It's like the toilet clogged, the closet door broke, we had the leak. What else? What am I missing? Seems like there were a couple of... the wiring up here, which we still don't know if that's right.
Yeah, it's all, like,
the lights got possessed and started turning on and off by themselves. And so, you know,
I would say it's more than obviously than a brand new house.
Right.
The kind of problems that you're dealing with. And the other thing that's kind of like, is that when you buy a house, you build equity in it. And so here all these things are going wrong, and we know that it's already depreciated by what, like 20 grand at least?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like
so the question becomes, why did we buy new? And I've had a lot of people ask questions around that. For us, it was floor plan. I mean, we have 4 little kids. This electric bunk you see behind us here that Jack is up on right now, the ladder, that is a new feature. So they just put that in the 2020s. For Fleetwood, and I think for most manufacturers. So if you go back just to a 2019, a 2018, that bunk is not there. You would only have the 2 middle bunks. And for us with 4 little kids, that's just not enough room.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't that we really, really wanted new. The other downside of buying used is you don't really know what you're getting. You know, you don't know if...
Even with the inspection, obviously, we learned that with the new one.
Right, exactly. So, you know, I think for us, we have this adjustment going on. We're very happy. I mean, you know, it's the life that we wanted so far. It's, you know, what we chose. It's the path that we said we wanted to go down. So I don't think we regret this so far. I mean, we may a few months from now, I don't know, but...
Well, I think it's hard, too, because we haven't really got into lifestyle. Like, I don't think that...
We've been so busy.
We've been so busy with Christmas and family stuff and gymnastics and school. It's kind of like we're living our life still, but, like, in a smaller scale. We have none of our stuff, so we're a little more irritated and agitated than we normally would be. I mean... This morning we're trying to make bacon and we don't have anything to like...
I used the plastic fork to turn the bacon.
I mean, it's just like frustrating things that you don't think of that we just haven't gotten to yet. Yeah. So I think on top of...
We haven't even had a campfire yet.
No.
I mean, that's how busy we've been.
Honestly, I don't think I've been here in the evening. I mean, I've gotten home every single night when it's still dark out.
And it rained like the first... Out of this first week, it rained for about 3 days. So... And we have 1 vehicle right now because my oldest son is borrowing our other vehicle, which is cool. But
we would have 1 vehicle when we're on the road.
Well, when we're on the road, we will. But
we won't have all these obligations of school and gymnastics. So that makes it a lot harder.
So we're just at this big intersection right now of life, adjustments, brand new environments, and Christmas. So... You know, it's kind of a perfect storm of a lot of things.
Yeah,
but...
I think it's been hard. I mean, I think, let's be real, like, you know, everybody's kind of been cranky and on edge. We've kind of been bickering more than usual. You know, we're not sleeping very well because we're all adjusting. The park that we're staying at Lithia Springs.
That's our 2-year-old, by the way.
Is not what we had hoped it would be. It's beautiful. The campsites are really cool. Yeah. You're very secluded. There's greenery in between everything.
They have to go somewhere, but there are a lot of homeless people here. We've seen some theft going on. that we've reported.
Saw a man in a dumpster sadly looking for food.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's sad.
it's sad.
But-
It's not what I had envisioned at least.
But our options
But we
right
like
now,
the park itself. We like this. I think we would like this.
and there's a lot of people on here that aren't from Florida, haven't been to Florida. So snowbirds, this is like we picked the worst time of year to do this because we live just outside of Tampa, on the west coast of Florida. So it's prime snowbird season. They all come down. They all stay at the same places every year. So getting a place in an RV park, even months in advance, is next to impossible. And so there are very few options as to where you can go. And so, for us, it was, okay, let's look at the county parks and make those work. And
I think the problem with the county parks is that what was a benefit to us is that you can stay for up to like 100 and something days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were like, oh, cool, we could go and just stay there. But that's what a lot of other people are thinking too, and it's like 20-something bucks a night. So if you have no home and you're barely making ends meet, it is a good place to get a tent and just have a place to stay. Which is fine. It's just that there's some other things going on in some of these tents, like drugs, and there's a lot of RVs that are like duct taped and tarps over them, and it's just a sad situation, and we don't care about that. It's just more of like the safety aspect because we have seen some theft, and the
only thing we really care about is safety.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't care who our neighbors are.
No,
I don't care about that. It's just. It's just, but that's going to be the case everywhere too.
Well, yeah, we've heard
that
thinking
about safety everywhere.
You got it.
So, so I'll edit this part.
So that part's been that's been disappointing because it's not this like vision that at least I had in my head. And the other thing that's been really difficult is that we have to go and dump because we don't have sewer tanks. Here on site, and so we didn't think that was going to be that big of a deal, but every 3 days our gray tank is full.
Well, tomorrow will be day 5, so we went from 3 days, we stretched it to 5 days this time. So still, I mean, that's a lot. And there's a lot of people on here, like friends and family, who don't know what it means to dump. And there's no better way to really explain it. But on your
clean out your toilet system.
On any RV, you have a black tank, which is your pee and poop, and you have a gray tank, which is all the other water, so showers. And these have big tanks. Dishes, sinks.
What is it, like 80 gallons?
I think so. But we have 6 people, and so over the course of 3 or 4 days, 6 people, you do the math, and
now it's not bad if you don't have to close everything up, drive it over there. I mean, that wouldn't be a big deal, but because we don't have one on site, we have to do that, and it's just kind of more of an annoyance than anything.
But I keep benchmarking this against living in a house. Oh, somebody's upset.
Maybe you need help?
If we lived in a house, it would be, this would be going wrong. We got to set the garbage out tonight, and we've got a clogged, garbage disposal. There is going to be stress and life anywhere. It will find you. That is part of being a human being and part of being alive.
Yeah, you have a good point because I've been really stressed about this, and I've been like, oh my gosh, did we make the right decision? What are we doing? This is crazy.
Really? You've been thinking that?
Yeah.
I hope we made the right decision. It's too late now.
But it's because we're standing, we're not.
Yeah, we're not. We
haven't gone on any adventures. We've been living this crazy, hectic life. Like, it would be crazy. Like you said, this time of year is always insane for us. I always burn out this time of year, no matter what.
Even in a house, even in a stick and brick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a hot mess this time of year, and so living in this small place and not having any of our stuff has made it like.
But we also can't, and I'm talking to me here too. We can't spend the next few months envisioning going on the road as being this, because it's going to be stressful. There's going to be things that happen. There's going to be cancellations or breakdowns or things get broken, so there is no golden paradise of living without stress.
It's just adjusting.
It's just a different stress. Yes.
to this.
Yep.
And we have to get organized.
Yeah, Mommy Bird is fluffing furiously.
We need to have spaces for things. So we don't have to
Well, it's about living in 329 square feet and trying to figure out where this, even if you're
it's like a puzzle.
a minimalist, which we've really, really, really narrowed down our stuff, you still have to figure out where that stuff goes.
Yeah.
And, and Chris and I are very similar in the fact that we don't like clutter. Neither of us I wouldn't say we're clean freaks, but we like things to be straight and organized and know where things are. I think it both helps both of us mentally, and whether that's in an RV or a house or
But again,
anywhere.
in our house, there was always stuff. We were always like, oh my gosh, there's all this stuff everywhere. And so I actually think this has been a little easier, even though there is stuff everywhere. I feel like it's easier to clean up. There's not as much. Like when you have this huge room.
Well, it's in a confined
it's a
space,
more.
and it's funny. Like the kids won't be able to find something. Like I can't find whatever, and I'm like, well, it can only be so many places because we are in a small space, and it couldn't just get up and walk out. So it's got to be around here somewhere. Not like when you're in a big house and you're like, oh my God, I have no idea where it is. So anyway.
How would you summarize, the first week? How would you summarize it personally?
I would say the first week has been an adventure. Now the word adventure normally conjures up images of
That's not what
frolicking through the woods, like, oh, we're on an adventure. But no, I would say it's been an adventure we've learned a lot, good, bad, and different. I've learned that I need to be way more handy than I thought I was. Not because of any other reason than I just don't want to live my life at the dealer. But it's been hard. I would say hard, but good. I just think it takes perspective. I think everything in life, especially Mackenzie's silly faces, comes down to the perspective that you give it. It's how you choose to look at things. And there have been some times this week where I'm like, oh no.
What are we doing?
Oh no about this. But then I step back and I take a breath and I'm like, no, we made this decision. This is what we wanted. Being stationary is not going to be that easy for a while. We'll get used to it. And by the time we get used to it, we'll hit the road.
Well, and here's the other thing, too, is that we tell our kids all the time, you can't give up just when it's hard or when it's scary. And, it's going to be hard and scary at the beginning. It's very stressful right now. I think we're starting to kind of maybe go over the hump, but it's been stressful. Again, I think a lot of it had to do with Christmas.
Christmas was this was all poorly timed. But not in our defense. We thought our house was going to take a long time to sell. No offense, Jill. You're watching. Our house it sold in a week, and we're like, oh crap. So this all went on to like hyper speed from an agenda perspective. So yeah,
I think now that the holidays are over, I'm excited to like get into our travel planner, kind of nail down like an idea of exactly what we want to do on our first run and kind of see where we're going. And I think that will kind of excite us and get us ready and just have a little more hopefully time to get organized in here and kind of get used to this and get hopefully a little bit of time here in the evenings. And I think all of that will help a little too.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're still going to have gymnastics in the evenings and we're still going to have things on the weekends, and it's not going to be
a panacea.
A what?
Like a cure-all. It's not going to be like a perfect thing.
Well, I just mean like it's not going to be the life that we're going to live in 6 months. Like once we get out on the road, we're not going to, we're going to have more, I guess, freedom.
But we are going to be coming back here next November-ish, and so we'll be stationary again. But at that point, we'll be like, okay, we've done it. The rig will have its kinks worked out. We'll have been on the road some. Yeah, I think it'll be completely
hopefully
different.
We'll be in a resort if that's what we want, or we'll have it a little more planned out. Right now, we're kind of going by the seat of our pants, which was really fun at the beginning. It still is, I guess, but I think just
parts of it are fun. I think parts of it are, everybody wants a little bit of stability in their life too.
Yeah.
So I think we're trying to find that balance of a little bit of a routine, a little bit of stability with a little bit, a dash of serendipity.
Yeah.
And just kind of let happen what happens, carpe diem kind of thing. There's a balance. You can't, when you have 4 or 6 kids, and you work and you have responsibilities and bills to pay, you can't just go la la la. You have to have some stability in your life. But we're the kind of personalities too, like we get stifled by too much stability.
Yes.
We need some excitement. So all right, we've rambled. We're at like 20 minutes and I haven't even put pictures in yet in video. So, and we're using our selfie stick. Do you guys like our selfie stick? It's very nice. Very nice. All right, so anyway, that was a little bit of confessional time. We're going to try to do way more video.
And hopefully, we'll get better at, like...
At what?
like, making the videos, like...
Honey, our videos are
entertaining.
awesome. Our videos are amazing.
Well,
we're getting so much better.
Yeah, they're going to get better.
You
We
guys
haven't
hang with
done
us.
one, honey.
Don't go anywhere. Don't turn that channel. Don't turn the HUHO channel. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Our videos are getting way better. First of all, neither of us had any kind of background in computers or video or editing or anything. I don't even know how to hold this selfie stick right now. So, yeah, I think our videos are pretty darn good for now. They'll get better. Yeah, they'll get better.
And we'll have more to talk about.
Well, way more.
All
right,
right,
Jane.
talk about than just complaints and...
Any other? Yeah, this is like a vent fest tonight.
Well,
We spent a half hour, honey.
Here's the reason why.
Okay.
Because all these videos we see on YouTube are always about how great and happy and...
People are full of crap.
But let's just, everybody's like, this is the best decision I ever made. And let's be honest, though. Like, yeah, there's parts of it that are fun, but there's parts of it that are just as stressful as living in a house.
Well, a lot of the things I post are very positive. They are very like, oh, this is amazing. And in that moment in time when I'm posting, yes, they are. So I don't feel like I'm being... I don't feel like I'm being...
Fake.
Yeah, disingenuous, or whatever the word is. When I do that, I think that, we do want to stay real. And that's part of doing these videos is to say, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, and I think we differ on this, to me, 80% of this so far is great. It is what you want to make of it. It is perspective. It is, we did this for a lot of different reasons. But the other 20% is an adjustment, and it's hard. And we're working through it. And that's no different.
And part of it sucks.
Part of it does suck. But part of anybody's life sucks.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
Right?
I just want to be able to be honest about,
yeah, we're not
this week sucks, next week might be awesome.
Yeah, we're not going to make a video and be like, hey, everything is awesome.
Yeah.
And our,
there's a way to be positive.
Broke.
Or what?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something like really awful happening.
Mackenzie, you're ruining the video.
Hopefully it won't. All right, we're going to get out of here because we've taken up enough
No, we
of your
gotta cut all
time.
that because this one.
Yeah, I got a lot of editing to do tonight.
Hey, no,
All right, so be sure. Hey, thank you so much for continuing to check us out. We've, my gosh, we're almost at 1,000 followers, and I know for a lot of you channels out there that doesn't sound like a lot, but we grew from 250 followers to 1,000 in like 2 weeks. So that's amazing.
Wait, we're almost at 1,000?
Yeah. We've got followers now in Australia, England, Canada.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Keep spreading the word. We will come to you with more content real soon. Be sure to go over to our YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the descriptions below. And be sure to like and subscribe to everything because that really helps us out. So
Ask
And
questions.
turn on the
be sure to ask questions.
bell.
Yeah, don't forget the bell. All right.
Just the little bell.
Until next time, keep hitching up and hanging out with the Hendersons.